Jesus fucking Christ, guys. It's absolutely disgusting. Yeah. UK embrace. God damn.
This place is just going to, down the drain. I've got to get out of here. I wouldn't recommend you move to the Cotswolds or many other parts of rural England at the moment because, well, they've decided there's not enough diversity there.
How can you do that to the population? How? How can you force them? I can't. I actually can't even, like, for real. I cannot grasp my head around it. I actually can't.
And so they must thrust it upon the lovely parts of England where people normally go to get away from the city and all the troubles that are going on in London, etc. No, they say we need more diversity because the place is
Less white. Could you imagine if the headlines were the other way around? Diversity drive to make Britain countryside or like city wide less black. Could you imagine the uproar it will cause? God damn, man. God damn. What is this? Why? Absolutely disgusting.
too white. This is from the Department for Environment, Food and Rural Affairs, DEFRA. They call them. DEF is probably what is coming to these parts of the UK if they're not careful. England, I should say, more accurately. But they've decided that basically there are too many white people living in places like the Cotswolds, and that is a bad thing. I mean, they wouldn't say there are too many Indians
Jesus
or too
Christ,
many Pakistanis or whatever living in any particular part of the country, but too many white people. So we've got to change this. And so, amongst other things, they are going to now deliberately seek to encourage Muslims to move into rural parts of England because, if they live in the city, that's a bad. They've got to be spread out across the entire.
It's not just enough in one place, right? We gotta, yeah, it makes sense. Jesus Christ, guys, these people who are in charge, absolutely disgusting, man. What is this? What the fuck? What the actual fuck is that?
Country.
What if they don't want to?
Well, I know exactly.
They kind of force march them.
Exactly.
Well, no.
You've got to go. If you don't move, you'll be deported.
The last time a government did that, I remember.
Yeah.
Criticised by them.
And they're going to start putting out all their documents and things in like other languages because apparently that'll change things significantly.
Bro, I'm so disgusted by that. I just ate.
All the marketing material now will, have people of diverse ethnic minorities and whatever in it. So
look, don't get it twisted. I have nothing against nobody. But that is deliberately destroying a community. Or like a nation. That is purposefully sending it to the outback and shooting it. That's imagine like the other way around. Like us white people would invade, for example, parts of Saudi Arabia and like just flood that place, bring our culture, our treats, our way of living, demand that churches is being built, demand that unemployment, you know what I mean? Imagine like that. It's absolutely disgusting, man. Deliberately. They do that on purpose.
Even if they don't live there, it looks like they maybe live there. So it gives the idea that, like, seriously?
You forgot one of the best ones. They're going to encourage people to keep their dogs on a tighter leash so as not to offend Muslims who dislike dogs.
Like, what the hell?
I can't even laugh, man. Bro, I hope a civil war breaks out. I'm not encouraging nobody to do that, but I hope really people stand up. What is that? What is that?
I'm sorry. If they haven't already moved there, maybe it's because they don't want to live there. And now we're going to force it upon the entire country, all parts of it. If there are too many white people, it must be
I'm so glad that I'm not a citizen of that country. Your boys are fucking cooked.
done away with. I mean, for goodness sake.
I mean, the Cotswolds is pretty white, which is why I suspect most Muslims don't want to go there because they just think it's a bunch of boring old toffs just sitting around fly fishing.
Like,
But what is wrong with that? What is wrong with the English countryside being preserved as it is? That is not to say people of different backgrounds shouldn't be able to move there, but to actively say...
Yeah, to actively encourage that stupidity and support it.
Yeah, to actively say we're going to change the language of government material. We're going to promote a campaign to increase the ethnic diversity of the countryside. Why? No one voted for this. In fact, they're voting against this. They're voting for reform in record numbers, especially in these regional areas. I just don't understand what authority the Department of Environment, Food and Rural Affairs think they have to run an internal migration scheme.
What is that? Bro, I'm so disgusted. So glad that that was a short video. Yeah, saying less white is itself racist. Just flip it. Yeah, I said it. Just flip it. Imagine if somebody's saying we have to make our country more white or less black. This would cause extreme outrage. But for some reason, being against whites is okay. Yeah. Yeah, for real. The UK government is insane. Absolutely mentally unfit to run their country. Get those people out of there. I'm so disgusted. Good luck, boys.